Okay, hey y'all. Finally, somebody dropped down because I was like, not all y'all in the bushes though. What's really going on? Hey, Miss New York, BB baby. Hey, Sam Clark. What's up with y'all tonight? So, okay, I ran across some crazy little information. I don't know if all y'all knew because I ain't know. Okay, I didn't know Big Ticket had all this shit going on. Now, first of all, I think everybody was kind of surprised to hear that he was even married. I didn't even know the nigga was married. Okay. Um, but my sister-in-law, who lives in Atlanta, he on the radio station down there. So she said he did do like a little light announcement, but not really. And then, I ain't never seen him in pictures or nothing. But come to find out, the wife got a crazy little past, y'all, and we gotta talk about it, okay? Um, so she did have a daughter to go missing before she got with Big Tigger. And they still don't know what the little girl is, which is weird to me. Now we do know that he was arrested for DV charges and cruelty in front of kids. So from everything that I read, it said that basically he threw her head first into like a door or something, and that they had it on video from what I'm seeing from his like arrest report and stuff. So it is validity to whatever happened if they got it on videotape, right? But this little chick so crazy to where I don't know. Like who the hell knows what Big Ticker going through over there? But I want y'all to hear so a content creator actually did a interview with her baby daddy. Okay. The child's father of the little girl that went missing. And we're gonna listen to the interview and all the information that we have about it. And then we can re-examine Big Tigger and what he had going on, okay, before he went to jail. Because I don't know, I'm not totally convinced that it might not all be Big Tigger fault. Now, let me see. So I'm gonna pull up the video for y'all. I'm pulling it up now. So y'all can hear this baby daddy talk about what he had to go through when he was with the same chick that Big Tigger married. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking for the video and talking at the same time, but it
can be scary to pursue your dream.
All right. All right. So I got it pulled up for y'all. Hey, Emmanuel. Salute, love. All right. So we're going to listen to what the baby daddy had to say about his baby mama, which is Tigger's wife, and his daughter that went missing that he has with Tigger's wife. Okay. All right, let me take this comment off the screen. I'll bring this up. All right, y'all. Now, shout out to her. Let me get her channel name for y'all too before we do anything. Her name is Leah Gordon. So salute to her. Shout out to her. This is her content. Her name is Leah Gordon. Okay. Y'all can go subscribe to her.
Police are searching for a missing 10-year-old girl. Aaliyah Brown has been missing since May 25th. She was last seen at her home.
Baltimore County Police say this has been an active investigation since 10-year-old Aaliyah Brown went missing. But they say they've now reached a point in their investigation where they're asking the public for any information leading to her whereabouts.
Someone inside the home on Aaron Russell Court called police saying the child vanished around 1 a.m.
We don't have any evidence right now that showed that this was some type of stranger abduction. The interesting thing about this situation is that this was the same young lady who was left inside of a car by her mom.
Okay, let me know if y'all can hear the video because I'm not sure if it plays while I'm on mute. So y'all drop down in the shade. Let me know that y'all can hear what they're saying on the video. Somebody, anybody? If y'all can't hear it, y'all let me know.
mother about 6 years ago while the mother was inside of a casino.
A few days ago, Alicia Brown is Big Tigger's wife, but she also had posted a video to her Instagram with a bruised face. And the caption said, "Ask my husband what happened to my face."
These allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false.
Remember Alicia Brown? She was the same lady that left her kid in a car for 8 hours to go.
45 spoke with the child's mother, Alicia Brown, who says despite speculation on social media, 10-year-old Aaliyah.
Now, this doggone mugshot or picture should have been enough to scare Big Tigger ass away. Because how you seen this picture and thought, oh, I'm going to marry her. But let's get back into the video.
Is not currently with her. The mother says Aaliyah lives in a foster home and was lost 3 times before.
Investigating to see if there's a connection here. Right now, we can't confirm. We don't know the whereabouts of Aaliyah. So we can't confirm what we have right now at this point. We want to find out, did she leave on her own, or did someone help her, or did someone provoke her to leave?
Aaliyah Brown was a 10-year-old girl living in Maryland at the time of her disappearance. Today, she is 17. She was growing up in what appeared to be a quiet residential neighborhood and likely spent her days, like many children her age, balancing school, routines, and the early stages of adolescence. During her youth, she experienced neglect, leading to significant challenges in her life. She was a child caught between 2 worlds, navigating everyday childhood experiences while also living under the strain of an ongoing custody battle between her parents. Aaliyah is the daughter of Durrell Williams and Alicia Brown. According to reports, Durrell lives in Maryland and is described as chill, laid back, and hardworking. Durrell was interviewed on the Nina and Joe afternoon show live in Washington, where he shared a little insight into their relationship in its early stages.
Met Alicia in 2009. How our beginning started.
Hey, Vicious Libra. Okay, so everybody that's coming in, we're about to listen to an interview done with Leah Gordon, who is a content creator. She did an interview with Big Tigger's wife's baby daddy. So Big Tigger's wife and her baby daddy had a kid to go missing. And this is her father talking about it, okay? Hey, Fly Rebel, salute.
We dated for a year. It didn't work out. And in that year, she sent me to jail, which was kind of my primary reason for not having this work out. And from the time that she was pregnant, had the baby, and we both tried to raise her, he did not really want me involved in Aaliyah's life. So it had always been a struggle to be consistently involved in Aaliyah's life without the court's help. I've always went to jail, ironically, for the same charge, and it was for assault. We got in an argument. We supposed to went out one night back in, 2013, I believe, 2009, 2010 maybe. We supposed to have went out and we got in an argument, so I changed plans. I turned my car around and I was going to take her back home, and she took the keys out the car and we almost crashed. When I got the keys back to the car, she started hitting me with everything that was in vicinity of her reach in my car. I used to have I used to have a bunch of stuff in my car, so she was just hurling objects. By the time we got to park and the police arrived and everything, they arrest her because they look at my face, they look at all the marks on me, and they arrest her that night. But because she was pregnant, she said she was miscarrying, and they took her to the hospital, and then they released her.
Okay, so on first glance, right, we hear him tell a story about her domestically having domestic violence tendencies, right? Because he was the one getting attacked. She was the one who ended up getting arrested. So she shows the history of being in these type of situations. All right, let me put this content disclaimer up, and then I'm gonna hit play, y'all.
A day later, I got arrested. I had a warrant for my name saying that I brutally assaulted this woman, and it was completely false.
So who is Alicia Brown? Alicia Brown is originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and has built a strong academic and professional background. She attended Phillips Academy in Massachusetts, where she studied rigorous academics and learned Russian. She later earned a degree in criminal justice from the University of Maryland, College Park, and a master's in political science from American University in Washington, D.C. Her background led her into federal technology consulting and cybersecurity. Before that, she served 4 years in the Army National Guard, training as a Russian linguist. She has said her early goal was to combine her military and language skills with high-level policy work. Brown later co-wrote a cloud handbook for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. After working in the Baltimore City Mayor's office, she transitioned fully into IT compliance and cybersecurity, advancing her career at Oracle. She eventually founded TMG Consulting Service and worked as a cybersecurity contractor for agencies including the Department of Defense, the Veterans Health Administration, and NIST. She has also worked as a personnel security specialist for the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. She became highly regarded in the tech sector and gained recognition for advancing initiatives supporting minority women in technology. She also previously served as the state president for the Maryland chapter of Blacks in Technology.
Imagine being
I'm glad you said that, Emmanuel. Exactly. I said the same thing when I first listened to the video. Hold on, y'all. Yes, I'm back. So very, very impressive credentials. She is very, very educated and bilingual. Okay. So not too many African Americans know Russian. Okay. So from what I'm hearing, she spoke Russian fluently. Okay. And yeah, make sure y'all hitting the like button. She seems to be a very highly intelligent woman. Now I'm saying that for a reason, because now let's put together her being highly intelligent and bilingual with domestic violence, and we're gonna move into what happens to her daughter going missing, and why I feel like her being highly intelligent coincides with everything that happens with the little girl. Okay, and I'm gonna get more into that after we finish listening to the video. Okay.
being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. A complete
While Alicia was earning recognition for her intelligence and career success, Aaliyah went missing at just 10 years old after a bitter custody battle between Alicia and Darrell. He had been seeking custody since their daughter was 4, citing concerns of neglect. One major incident drew public attention on December 31st, 2013, when Alicia left her 4-year-old daughter alone in a freezing car for 8 hours while she gambled at a casino. She was initially charged with felony child abuse, neglect, and abandonment. Child Protective Services intervened immediately and placed Aaliyah in her grandmother's custody while Alicia was jailed.
Okay, who in the hell leaves their child in a vehicle while it's freezing cold for 8 hours while they go into the casino? Y'all, some of the smartest people in the world be the craziest people in the world. Because what even made you even think that that was like an okay idea? Like, just to go gamble in the casino. That shit right there is crazy in itself, okay? I'm about to hit play. Father needs a 2026 interview for updates. This is now, like, this, she just did these. now. Like, she just did the interview with the baby daddy. So these are recent interviews. As a matter of fact, let me look on here and see when she posted this one. It's two of them. It's this one, and she has another one. This one was posted 13 days ago. And then she has one that was posted after that. So maybe 9 days ago. So these are recent interviews, y'all. I'm about to hit play.
In 2014, Alicia accepted a plea deal and pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment. She was sentenced to 3 years with all but 5 days suspended, followed by 3 years of supervised probation, mandatory counseling, and a ban from entering casinos. However, she still had custody of her daughter. After the incident, Durrell intensified his custody efforts. Although he first filed when Aaliyah was 4, he did not get a court date until she was 7.
When I got the call, I jumped in my car and I ran and I went immediately to their family's house.
First of all, 3 years for a court date is insane. He filed when she was 4 and didn't get a court date till she was 7. Man, listen, they be doing the deadest wrong sometimes. Like, I can't even lie.
I don't think it was the grandmother's home, but it was like her sister, the aunt. And, you know, they were real friendly, welcomed me in, because that's where Aaliyah had been. Well, they went and picked her up from the casino once everything kind of came out. So I went and put eyes and hands on my daughter as soon as I got the call after it happened. My custody wasn't immediately transferred or changed was because in Maryland they will do their very best to keep mom and child, whether it be mom, daughter, or mom, son. They do not want to separate the mother from the children. So you can leave a child in the car for 8 hours, and that's not good enough or not damaging enough in the state's eyes. They created a safety plan instead of removing my child from her care, like they should have, and transfer custody, or at least get the child out of the home for the time being and do the investigation. None of that happened. They never separated from her even getting in trouble or being arrested. When she came home, she saw her daughter.
The case lasted nearly a year and a half and involved ongoing conflict.
If it were my time to have, I guess, visitation, or if he's just with me, he would send her with like 3 phones, an iPad, and call every one of them. Anytime I would spend time with my daughter, he would make sure to tell her she's in like Disneyland or something to make my daughter jealous of not being with her versus me.
Okay, I paused it right there for a reason. Hey, Prize, salute love. Hey, girl. I paused it right there for a reason. First of all, sending your kids to the daddy house with 3 phones and an iPad so that you can call every last device is crazy in itself. And who the hell tells their kids that they in Disney World? Now, y'all know like I know. Like, most of us in the chat, everybody got kids, right? So I couldn't imagine like acting like I'm at Disney World or Disneyland when my kids call me when they with their daddy. Like, oh yeah, y'all, I'm at Disney World. I'm down here for a few days. Like, just to make them jealous and be like, I want to go with my mama. Like, that shit is crazy as hell. But let's get back into the video.
She even had my daughter repeat stuff that was like completely false. I had drugs in my house. I had stacks of money laying in the corner. She even went on the court record and said that I have $100,000 cash in the corner stashed in my house, and I'm still looking for that.
Wasn't there some allegations about molestation as well?
Yes, that came at the end, or that came toward her losing the custody battle. It was like her last straw, the last, string she could pull.
They bleeped the word out, but they basically said molestation. So she tried to throw that in the mix. Like, once she was losing the custody battle, she tried to make it seem like the dad was molesting the daughter. Okay.
And again, it's an easy thing to do because the department does not decipher. They assume truth until it's proven, disproven. And she said that I was molesting my child, and they took her. The department took her from me to do an investigation.
In the end, a Maryland judge revoked Alicia's custody and granted full legal and physical custody to Durrell Williams. But because the molestation allegations were so severe, Aaliyah was reportedly living in a foster home at that time. But not even days after the verdict, Durrell said his daughter was gone.
The day that she vanished was actually that morning, and it was the day before.
Okay, y'all, just to make sure we're on the same page now. After she threw the molestation charges out there, right, they awarded him full custody. But I guess in the meantime and in between time, they put the little girl in foster care until, I guess, the verdict, right? Salute, Ebo Brown. So while she was there, now he's picking up from there. Like, while she was there, this is what happened, okay?
They were going to pretty much quash the case. They being DSS. By this time, they took all communication away. Mom wasn't recommended. For the time being, they said no more communication. Now she's in foster care. It's like ridiculous. And before that was about to be over, she vanished. That's why everyone's seeing the Aaron Russell court. That's not an address that she lives. That was the where she was staying, the person. And I had met the parent and all of that, because in between time, I was still going to go and visit.
She was last seen at a home on the 300 block of Aaron Russell Court. Around the same time, a white SUV was reported idling nearby. Someone inside the home called police, stating the child disappeared around 1 a.m.
Baltimore County police are searching for a missing 10-year-old girl. Aaliyah Brown has been missing since May 25th. She was last seen at her home in the 300 block of Aaron Russell Court. Police say that a white SUV was seen in the area at the time. Anyone with any information about where she could be should contact police.
Shop the Kate Spade Market.
Within a week, Baltimore County Police said they had no reason to believe Aaliyah was taken by a stranger. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children classified the case as a parental or family abduction.
We don't have any evidence right now that showed that this was some type of stranger abduction, but we do have information that.
Now, what's crazy to me is after she was caught leaving this little girl in the car so that she can go in the casino and gamble for 8 whole hours while it was freezing cold, they let the little girl stay in her custody once she was released from jail. Then she goes through this custody battle with the baby daddy, starts losing the custody battle, then tells the court that he was SAing the daughter. They found out that wasn't true and gave the dad legal custody. But in the meantime, in between time, they put in foster care. Then she comes in her white SUV idling at 1 o'clock in the morning, picks the little girl up. Now, the police is aware. They're telling y'all, we don't think this is a stranger abduction. They're thinking and knowing that the mama is the one who kidnapped her own daughter, basically is what they're saying. And they just let it go. Like, it just wasn't even a big deal. Like, oh, well, I guess if she leave in the car for another 15 hours, like, we'll hear about it. Like, I just did not understand the mind frame of the people handling this case. I know the dad has got to be livid. Like, I don't know how he not suing everybody. He still don't even know what a little girl is. And she went missing, I think, 7 years ago. She was 10 at the time, so she's about 17 now. Okay? So let's listen to what the police had to say, which, like I said, this shit is crazy to me.
There was a white SUV that was seen in the area just before she was reported missing. Right now, we are following up several leads. We're hoping that the public can come forward and give us some additional information. The most interesting thing about this situation is that this was the same young lady who was left inside of a car by her mother about 6 years ago while the mother was inside of a casino in Anne Arundel County. Investigating to see if there's a connection here. Right now, we can't confirm We don't know the whereabouts of Aaliyah, so we can't confirm what we have right now at this point. We want to find out, did she leave on her own, or did someone help her, or did someone provoke her to leave?
On May 31st, 2019, Durrell's then-girlfriend, Brittany Morgan, shared information online stating that Alicia drove two white vehicles, a BMW X5 and a 2015 Mercedes G-Wagon. She also claimed Alicia was unstable and willing to take extreme measures to regain custody. According to her, there was an active protective order preventing Alicia from contacting her daughter. At the time, many believed Aaliyah was with Alicia. However, when contacted by Fox 45, Alicia denied having her daughter.
Fox 45 spoke with the child's mother, Alicia Brown, who says despite speculation on social media, 10-year-old Aaliyah is not currently with her. The mother says Aaliyah lives in a foster home and was lost 3 times before. Police can't confirm those allegations or whether or not the mom is a person of interest.
While Alicia...
So when she does this interview with Fox, she tells Fox News that the little girl is in the foster care. So nobody decided to check and see in these states. I'm guessing Baltimore. I'm guessing that's where they still were. If she was in foster care, like that should be like an easy lookup. Like if the state got you, like we should be able to find you. So she just went on Fox News and told them, "Oh, she in foster care," and nobody ain't nobody worried about it. Like that's so crazy to me. What's up, CB? Salute, love. What's up with you?
Has a prior incident involving child neglect. She has not been charged or arrested for kidnapping due to a lack of direct, actionable physical evidence linking her to Aaliyah's disappearance. Because Aaliyah is legally classified as a missing person rather than a confirmed victim of a crime, police cannot make an arrest without a warrant supported by probable cause. Then, 2 months after her daughter was reported missing, Alicia decided...
I'm so confused as to why they feel like they didn't have probable cause. Like, am I the only one that's confused about that? Like, what the hell?
Decided to return to court to file a lawsuit. On July 3, 2019, Alicia filed a lawsuit against Baltimore County court officials and Durrell Williams. She argued that her juvenile records were improperly used in court and that recorded phone calls were obtained without her consent, causing personal and professional harm. She sought to block the use of...
Y'all see, when people be smart and crazy at the same time. Like, cause old girl turned around and sued them for using her juvenile court records during the custody battle. I think they're gonna say that it got thrown out, but how she was trying to sue them and don't know what her daughter is? Like, man.
Those records, and she requested millions in damages. The case was dismissed due to lack of jurisdiction, meaning the federal court did not have the authority to hear it.
Naomi loves the sound of earning and saving money on Vinted. Don't wear it, sell it.
Our old CRM spent 30 years
Over the years, the case has faced significant jurisdictional challenges. However, that has not stopped Durrell from actively searching for his daughter. He remains firm in his belief that Alicia knows exactly where their daughter is and continues to seek answers.
I've had 2 private investigators, one that worked pro bono for me for a couple months, and then the other I paid until I couldn't pay anymore. So as you all know, that's a great idea, but that's the worst plan for me, because the moment that this woman sees me, she's going to allege I did something and try to call the police. That blows up my entire plan there. But PIs are not free. And I went broke, and I do mean broke, for my family lawyer to be involved consistently in my daughter's life. So I didn't have any more money to pay for. And that's kind of part of the plan that she wants. You bleed your pockets first, You can't win a war with no money.
Alicia, however, has said very little publicly since her interview with local news. Despite the case, Alicia has continued to build her career in tech, becoming known for supporting minority women. In 2022, she won a high-profile employment lawsuit in Washington, D.C., which brought attention to workplace misconduct. She later founded the Cyber Bay Initiative in 2023.
Hey y'all, so I am here in LA. I am gonna be going to the awards on Monday, but before then, I'm gonna be outside just a tad little bit. So hang with me, come see what we doing. Y'all help me pick a dress. Like, for real. Mama gained a lot of weight. Mama need to lose this weight, but I'm so self-conscious about my body right now. So you guys help me out.
Before her recent public relationship, she previously had a child with another man, and it has been alleged she named that child Aaliyah like her first.
I'm not gonna say his name. I'll just call him JR. That's the child before Tigger's is a young girl, and ironically, her name is Aaliyah Brown as well. But she goes by. Well, one could only guess that because when you're searching for a missing child, you would hope that this baby comes up that's, you know, alive and well and no one's looking for. So it throws off your.
Man, do y'all hear what this man is saying? First of all, she looked way too content and happy to have a missing child. I definitely agree with you, Fly Rebel. The only time I've ever seen a mother not be that worried about finding their missing child is when they know exactly where their child is. Either you have them still, or you done something to them, but for whatever reason, you know where they at. So that's why you're not questioning or pushing the issue or asking or worrying, because you already know. Now, she went any further. She went even further by having another little girl for another man and possibly naming it Aaliyah too, so that every time you look up Aaliyah Brown, it'll show this kid and not the missing kid. Like, this is crazy. This is diabolical. Okay.
Search records, it throws off school records, it throws off identification purposes.
In 2024, it was publicly reported that she was in a commitment with Darian Big Tigger Morgan, a well-known television and radio personality best recognized for hosting BET's Rap City before becoming a longtime radio host in Atlanta. In March 2025, the couple welcomed their first child together, a son.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't be replaced. So no one else can like you do. That's why I'm spend my life with you. I won't please you any way I can. I won't share my world, don't you understand?
When the announcement was made, Durrell expressed disbelief, questioning how Alicia was able to build a prominent career and new family while still being publicly tied to a missing child case. He stated that both he and others had attempted to inform Tigger about the situation. According to Durrell, he is aware but has chosen not to get involved. By June 2026, Tigger had also come under public scrutiny following serious allegations made by Alicia on social media. She posted emotional videos and images showing visible facial injuries and suggested their relationship was ending due to an alleged affair between him and his radio co-host, Francesca Amaker. The posts were later removed and she returned online shortly after appearing unharmed and stating everything was fine.
Was upstairs in her room. Wish she was sleeping in her room, but we all know that is not happening. And Big Son's is upstairs in his room. Of course, he doesn't go anywhere else.
So what the bruises at, y'all? So where are the bruises? My girl went from crying, face black, and some more stuff to camming up fine. Like talking about some whole other stuff. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, it's giving thin line between love and hate. Like, it's giving that maybe you got jealous about the co-host and thought that they was messing around and sleep with each other. Did you punch yourself, my girl? Like, what really happened? I'm just as confused.
Somebody asked me, do I have freckles? I do. They just be randomly popping up, but yes, I do.
This is not the first time Tigger has faced controversy surrounding his public image, both professionally and personally. Between 2023 and 2026, changes to his radio show drew attention after co-hosts Ms. Pat and Shamia Morton departed amid reported internal conflict.
Me and Shamia didn't have no idea. No idea at all. I just knew they was going to renew her contract and I was going to go on by my business because I was never there. And I could never be there. But that's what happened when you work with a hater. And I'm just going to go on and say it. I don't even care because that can't nobody whoop my hater. You know who the hater is, Tigger. Tigger's the biggest hater. I mean, you had a good show and you messed it up because of your ego. And I think it's because I would come in there and say, I know it because I didn't care. I said, look, I don't need a job. And it is, you know, when you work with somebody who it's just jealousy. To me, it was jealousy. Really, I'm just gonna go and put it out there. And if you call me, we can fight in the street. it was jealousy. But I was really, when they walked me in there and they said, we're not renewing your contract, because I said I was leaving in August. I was so shocked. I said, y'all gonna fire me?
Wow.
Do you know these people get up to listen to me? Don't nobody listen to this crap.
Miss Pat got a hit podcast, hit TV show.
Hit TV show.
Yeah.
And you gonna fire the person who had the most going on, which was me and Shamil? You gonna leave the DJ? You want the DJ just to spin workers?
Did Tigger at least reach out to you and say thank you for?
I blocked that.
Damn.
He sure did. I said, I'm not Shamil. You don't play with me. I'm 52 years old. I don't have time to play these games with you. You're low down, you're dirty, and anybody who go over there and work for him, and the show was doing well. When I got there, they were number 15. When I left, we were 2 and 3. You gonna fire us? You should have got fired. But keep your little show, because I ain't never needed it anyway. My team was like, why are you going over there and work for that old dead-ass station? I said, I want to work for V103. I'm from Atlanta. I want to work for V103. Don't make me wake up and take unnecessary baths.
Longtime Atlanta host Jazzy.
She was upset about washing her ass. She sounded real hurt that she had to wake up every morning and wash her ass, and it turned out the way it turned out. Now, all right, y'all, we keep a score. So far, we got Alicia over here. The rain. She left the kid in the car for 8 hours while she went in the casino to gamble. Okay. Then she loses custody, but allegedly may have ended up kidnapping the daughter herself. Okay. Highly intelligent, but highly crazy. And then we have a disgruntled co-host for Big Tigger. So right now, it's looking far worse on Alicia's end than it is Big Tigger, okay? I'm just saying. Rap City went hard, though. Can't take that away. Yeah, Big Tigger definitely had his run. Now, I don't know what he's doing on the radio station in Atlanta because, listen, I'm not in Atlanta. So I don't know how big it is or how juicy or interesting it is. I haven't seen Big Tigger in a minute as far as like doing anything. But when he had his run. Big Tigger was the shit, right? So yeah, but let's get back into this.
McBee later stepped in as co-host, but was also replaced in April 2026 by Francesca Amaker.
My feet are killing me.
But they don't have to. Dr. Scholl's new life for your feet.
Shit, everything was cool until Francesca showed up. Now, Francesca is the co-host that the wife is accusing him of cheating on her with. Okay? All right.
Niggas in the building.
Yeah, and Francesca, I'm here.
Guess who else in the building?
Who?
Ernest.
No.
Shad.
No.
Ted.
No.
Who here?
Jason Weaver's in the building. Jason Weaver, but yeah, y'all can call me Teddy.
In his personal life, controversies have always resurfaced, mainly around his sexuality. In 2007, Kareen Steffens claimed on Jamie Foxx's radio show that Tigger was hiding his true identity and living a double life. He sought legal counsel, but no confirmed the legal outcome was made public.
Give me something, Tigger. Give me something.
First of all, how are you, Mr. Fox? How are
I'm good. First of all, I want to talk about this skank meat. Skank meat has spoken out against you.
Hold on, you and Tigger been fucking for years. Hold on, this is not fair.
You know you're lying. Go ahead, Tigger. Go ahead, Tigger.
I love Tigger.
This is the second time we going back through this. There's never a time in.
Okay, so y'all know Kareen Steffens, Superhead, right? She came out basically saying that Tyson Beckford and Tigger, Lord, I didn't put them together. Tigger and Tyson Beckford had some type of relationship. Okay, now while Kareen Steffens was on the radio talking about it, Tigger calls in. Okay, so that's what you're listening to right now.
In your life where you can say the things that allegedly you saying happen.
That's not true. Memorial Day, Miami weekend. I walked into your hotel room and smelled like straight asshole. You let me get to the bedroom. I pulled the sheet back, so there's blood all over the sheets. Let's be honest, Tigger. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
That didn't happen. That did not happen.
Let's talk about it, Tigger. What? I love you still.
Wait. I just want to analyze what you're saying.
Nigga, ain't no analyze because she just told you. The butt was busted. Let's get to it.
Corinne, I tell you what, you can keep on with all of this. I'm glad you're getting checks. I'm glad you get money.
Hey, she ain't getting paid from us. We want to know what the real is.
Come on.
I want you to remember who sent you money to feed your son.
You did.
You said there wasn't no food in the fridge.
Absolutely.
I want you to remember all of this.
Let's go Tyson Beckford right now. She's calling out more people.
You said Tyson Beckford?
Let's go Tyson Beckford.
I believe Tigger. I believe Tigger. Wait a minute.
Hold on, everybody. Listen. Let me say this. I love women. I love women that love women.
He does.
I've never in my life had a man get behind me. I've never gotten behind a man. That's not how I do.
Because you're taking on your back, baby.
Excuse me?
What?
She said, I hate to say it, but I feel like this is the first time I watched Mike Tyson fight Evander Holyfield. I couldn't believe it.
And I mean this to my heart. I'm not here to argue with her about it.
You better.
Tyson Beckford also addressed the claims during an appearance on The Breakfast Club.
So I don't know how she remembered my phone number and called me, and I was like, who this? Mm-hmm. I was like, nah, I ain't getting involved because I like to mind my business.
Since we talking about old shit, and you kind of bought some of this stuff up.
Yeah.
You remember the rumor Superhead used to say about you? Or the stuff
yeah, I mean, that's another one. Like, I mean, come on, girl, you can't. Mm-hmm. Like, I never hung out with Tigger. I'm like, I don't even know that ninja like that. You know what I mean?
Now, this is Tyson Beckford's response, y'all.
I met him a couple times at a hip hop event, and that's it. But again,
I thought she said that was a Diddy part.
Where is she? You know what I mean? Who is she?
Yeah.
It's nobody just out here trying to tell stories on. She don't name how many of us. You know what I mean? And it's like, girl, go sit down somewhere.
How did that impact you back then?
How did it bother me?
Yeah, back then.
Oh, one time so let me tell you how that rumor started. She called me one time talking about, oh, I need some money. I need a place to stay. So evidently we lived in Jersey together. I guess Tigger lived in Jersey too somewhere. And he lived,
Nigga just said we lived in Jersey together. I mean, well, I guess Tigger lived in Jersey too at the time. You right, Emmanuel. It wasn't enough denial for me either. Like, girl, go on, sit down. Like, that's your response, girl, go on, sit down. All right, let's get back into it, y'all.
lived in Fort Lee at the time. So he lived around somewhere in that area and they got into some fight. So I don't know how she remembered my phone number and called me, and I was like, who this? I was like, nah, I ain't getting involved because I like to mind my business. So I denied her, and then the next thing you know, that came about. And I was like, you petty. You petty. Wow. You know what I mean? So again, these people just hating and just mad. I don't know why people want to pick on me, but it's childish because he's like, what can I say to get at him or get him mad? I'm the most masculine dude ever. I got gay friends, yeah, but I have no problems with the gay community, and they always bat me up and be like, "No, he's not like that. He's a, you know, he's just one who looks out for us." And I don't believe in people picking on them for no reason. And yeah, I will fight you if I see you messing with somebody because they're trans or they're gay. That's not right. You know what I mean? We're all human beings. We're all people of this world. You know, we're all God's kids, but why are you picking on somebody because of their sexual preference? What do you care what somebody doing in their house? I agree. That's not your business. So I believe that, you know, people who throw that stigmatism on me or that you know, that name calling is just childish.
Not long after that situation, he returned to the spotlight for dating actress Keisha Knight Pulliam from around 2013 to 2015. She often spoke highly of him, calling him her partner in life, love, and silliness. Their split was amicable and kept private. Soon after, she married Ed Hartwell in 2015, which led to a public divorce in 2016 when he questioned the paternity of her unborn child and suggested she had been involved with Tigger, claims he denied. A paternity test later confirmed Hartwell as the father of their daughter, Ella Grace.
Which brings us to our latest story.
Shop.
There's been lots of conversation and innuendo suggesting that I might be the father of someone's child. There is 0% chance that the child that is being alleged might be mine. It's mine. Could not have impregnated a female I've not spoken to, nor seen, nor been in the physical presence of. I haven't seen Shorty since our breakup. Any insinuation, speculation, intimation, or rumor of me being the father of that young lady's beautiful child on the way, just not true. Furthermore, I respect the institution and the concept of marriage. That's why I have not been married. My father was married 3 times. I don't want to do that. I just want to get married once. And I want to get married to the person I love, and I want us to stay together.
Well, he did end up getting married, and it looks like he got married to a crazy bitch. So he did all that holding out, talk about he seen his daddy go through 3 marriages and shit. Well, Tigger, I don't think this one's gonna work out either, baby. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. Like, I don't know if you didn't know old girl history beforehand, or if you thought crazy was cute until you fucked around and found out. But yeah.
Third, find it incredibly unfortunate that any man would desert his woman, his pregnant wife. Furthermore, to do so behind her back while publicly questioning her character by asking for a paternity test, to me is corny. Just my opinion. And lastly, I'm saddened that she has to endure this messiness and drama throughout her pregnancy. I wish her and her daughter well. As far as I'm concerned, this concludes any, and I do mean any, involvement of me. I have nothing to do with it. That's between them. Please leave me out of it. I wish all parties in the situation well, most importantly, her and her daughter.
Today, Tigger is back in the media addressing his relationship with his wife, Alicia. He spoke on air after police documents resurfaced. According to the records, Brown was involved in an alleged May assault that led to a domestic dispute investigation, with Tigger identified as the suspect. Dispatch logs show Brown sought medical treatment and was later taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The documents do not explain what caused her injuries, and it's unclear if any charges were filed.
Good morning, Atlanta. I'm extremely privileged to be here this morning, back at work. Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life.
Damn, Tigger didn't look like he done aged 15 years. since getting with old girl. This don't even look like the same person that was just in the other video. Y'all, this what crazy do you?
Life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen.
This nigga say categorically. What? I heard Ring Cam sing Tigger football tackle the white in the front yard. I don't know about a football tackle, but from what I'm hearing, pushed her head first into like a door. That's what I heard. But this nigga say it is categorically not true. Okay? Y'all drop in the comment section and tell me what the hell that means.
Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to you, Francesca, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology. Out of respect for everyone involved, I ask for grace, privacy, and restraint as my family navigates this difficult moment. For more than 30 years, I've had the privilege of serving this in many communities through music, entertainment, and connection.
Okay, let's take out the time to address Odizzy or Odizzy, I don't know, or Dizzy, Odizzy, okay? Odizzy 911. That shit corny. Y'all don't think celebrities have situations just like regular folks? Absolutely. Absolutely. But celebrities' business is on the front street. That's just what comes with being a celebrity, with being a public figure. Everything that you do and everything that you say will be put under a microscope. Everybody who chooses this job knows before they choose that job that is going to come with it. Okay, Odizzy. So, yeah, that's why we talk about this. You know how Big Tigger can sit on V103 and talk about everybody else's business or the new shit that's going on or who just dropped the music or who did this or who did that. Yeah, it's the same thing. So, cool your little nachos, baby. Come break. You all right? It's cool. We're not up here tearing them up. Like, this is light. This is very light. Like, he ain't even getting drugged. Like, stop it.
I remain grateful for the trust so many of you have placed in me throughout that journey, and I intend to continue living and leading in that manner worthy of that trust. And to all the people who have either quietly or loudly stood up and stood 10 toes for me, I appreciate it. For the people who have reached out to check on me, I appreciate you. No name dropping necessary. You know who you are.
Francesca.
The Millers love the sound of earning and saving money on Vinted. Don't
the allegations. All in all, this is a story with many moving parts and individuals. Everyone's background in this situation has left many questioning what is true and what isn't. Allegations of a possible divorce and conflicting public narratives have only added to the confusion. While some express sympathy for Alicia, others remain focused on the unresolved disappearance at the center of it all. As of June 2026, Aaliyah has been missing for over 7 years. Her case remains open and unresolved with the Baltimore County Police Department. Her father continues to advocate for his daughter's return and has publicly stated his belief that Alicia knows where she is.
I want her to know, Aaliyah, I want you to know that if it's one thing that has never stopped, is me loving you. I love you now, I loved you then, and I'm going to love you until the end of my own time. I have not gone anywhere. I'm going to always be your dad, and I am here for you. At any time you want to call me, send me a picture or anything, I promise it'll just be between you and me. And I miss you. I cannot wait to see you again. I need to see you again. And I can't get back some of those moments in your life that I missed. And whatever the reason, I'm still sorry that I wasn't there. But I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. So I want you to know whenever you're ready, whenever you want to, please reach out to me or anybody in the family. We are here for you and we miss you.
Anyone with information related to Aaliyah's disappearance is urged to
Okay, y'all, that is a crazy situation. Like I said, the little girl is still missing. Emmanuel, I agree with you. For some reason, I just feel like whatever all this is, it's not over. Okay, I feel really, really bad for the daddy, because it sounds like he just want to know what his daughter is. It's got to be a hard pill to swallow to sit back and see your ex girlfriend slash baby mama, you know, continue with her life, have more kids, marry and everything, and not really be worried or concerned about what a little girl is, or already knows what a little girl is and is going out her way to keep them from having a relationship. That is insane. Now he did do another interview and we're gonna listen to that one, okay? She did something to her. That's how I feel. Either she did something to her or she knows where she is. She's just been hiding the girl out. Like been hiding out, you know what I'm saying, and just keeping her away from the daddy and the daddy side of the family, or she did something to her. That's how I feel. Money don't mean anything. Motherfuckers still gonna move weird, period. Hey Kelly Boo. Hey baby. I hope the little girl's okay and she gets to see her father again. Nah, for real. I think now too, with everything being so public and Tigger's name being in the spotlight, it's bringing up the wife's name, and with the wife's name being in the spotlight, I'm hoping that it'll bring up this little girl that's missing, and maybe she can get in touch with her father. I think the little girl is okay. I think she just been hiding the little girl out, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? She could have very well have done something to the girl because the bitch seems very, very crazy. Like I wouldn't put nothing past her. You know what I'm saying? But now it's been over 7 years. She was 10 at the time, so she should be around, you know what I'm saying, 17, 18 years old. So maybe she's approaching adulthood and will just go, find her daddy. I'm hoping. Just like people on YouTube do the same thing. We don't know the intimate parts of these people's lives. We just speculating. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but I thought that was just known. That's known. I don't know him. I don't know the wife. We definitely just speculating. We can only go off what's been put out. Baby love, yeah, but we already know that what's understood don't even need to be explained. Let's not forget she named another child her whole name. Exactly. So that's another thing too. Like, so did you have a whole nother baby and name it this baby? Like, it's a lot going on with that little situation, and I just don't see how she not concerned. Like the only reason why you would be concerned is if you know exactly where she is. Okay. Now, I don't know whether she did that little girl something or not, but I hope not. I hope she ain't that crazy. But let's get to this one because this one is a good one as well. So I think the dad hired a private investigator, and the private investigator found things that the authorities missed. Didn't seem like the authorities was too worried about trying to figure this little situation out anyway. Okay, so let's see what the private investigator does. Okay. We're going to see what this private investigator found that the authorities missed. Okay.
Aaliyah is now 17. Who was Aaliyah as a little girl?
She was vibrant. She was very active. She was into a lot of activities, cheerleading, dance, primarily dance. She was in ballet. She did soccer. She was pretty much just a vibrant young child.
What was your favorite memory at that time with her?
My favorite memory at that time was when we went to the carnival. Um, it was probably, I think she might have been about 5 or 6 at that time. But we went to the carnival and we just had pretty much endless fun. It was probably one of the best times we had together.
What kind of father were you trying to be?
I mean, I was trying to be the best father to my daughter, a protector, a provider. I'm her biggest fan, so I would have been supportive in anything that she was, trying to do. I went to the activities that I didn't know about, so I was just trying to support, protect, and encourage her to be, a successful adult and go on from there.
How would you describe your relationship before the custody battle intensified?
I would say it was a little rocky because she was so stressed out at during that time, I feel like, because she didn't have any type of security in a sense. Every day there was something new happening as far as where she needed to go. Well, almost every day or every week, she had a new location of where she needed to go, the things that had been going on in court, the things that her mom had been doing in between the court proceedings and trying to just keep showing up and just always popping up wherever she was. It was really confusing her. So I think she was very, I'm gonna say a bit on edge or hesitant when it came to just showing her emotions or feelings toward me.
And I saw in the documents that the judge said her mother was a heavy influence on her. Before Aaliyah was even born, what was your relationship like with Alicia?
Before she was born, it wasn't that long. So it was, I mean, we met, we got along until we didn't. And when we didn't get along or when we got into an argument or a disagreement, I've quickly learned the methods and routes that she's willing to take to get some get back or retaliation. And I can't deal with a person like that, even whether it be my own child's mom or.
This is the second interview with the missing daughter's dad. So this is the dad talking again. Like I said, the dad hired a private investigator, and so he's gonna go into details that the private investigator found out that the authorities missed.
Or anyone, I can't associate myself with that.
Looking back now, do you think the custody fight began because the romantic relationship ended?
Absolutely not. The court case began not even because of the casino incident. The court case began because I was always having trouble having consistent time and just spending time with my daughter. There was no other way I was going to get over this hill without the court's help. I could have did gloves off and just do it the unconventional way, but that would not have solved anything in this type of situation.
Of course, we all heard about the tragic story. Why do you think the judge changed her 3-year sentence to, I believe, 5 days after the casino incident?
Well, I expressed my disgust, utter disgust, but it fell on deaf ears. And the judge made that decision and had some type of modification in place after the probation period. So it wouldn't be counted against or go against her record. But they gave her a slap on the wrist, and that's just kind of the best way to put it.
Do you think she's connected by any way with anyone? I know she worked at the Baltimore mayor's office because I just don't understand how could this happen time and time again? Was this brought up in the court?
The casino incident is definitely a pillar in the case as to show her behavior when it came to our daughter. So yes, it was all talked about through and throughout the case, as well as the custody evaluation from the court social worker. They always highlighted that even though it had been 3 years removed, or at least a couple years removed at that point, The problem that they had was that she never acknowledged the totality of the incident. She never acknowledged just how severe of a thing this was and how damaging this could be to a child. She just brushed it off as if, it was a small, isolated kind of incident.
So you don't think there was ever a time that you and Alicia could co-parent successfully?
Yeah, whenever I did whatever she wanted me to do, and that kind of doesn't work. The control factor is not some the control factor that she kind of possesses is not something that anybody can really follow. So we did try to co-parent. We were doing it. I don't know. Sometimes it would last as good as 4 months. We're fine. Then we get in an argument or disagreement about something, and now I can't see my daughter anymore. So I'm back at square one. Our disagreements was, hey, do you think I could take her to the movies? Yeah, you can take her on this date. And I'll be like, well, can I take her on the movies on Saturday? She's like, you can take her on Sunday. I'm asking about Saturday because I'm not able to take her Sundays. Things like that. When I'm not able to do something or provide in a sense, then it's okay. Well, you see why I don't bother with your father, or you see what your father does. He just doesn't care about you.
About how
Yeah.
long did the custody battle last?
This is what people need to kind of capitulate. When she left my daughter in the car, she was 4. I filed for custody twice before that. And the reason why I couldn't get in court is because I could never find an address to serve her. So when the casino incident happened, I filed again, we got her served, and there's a process before you have to go through before you even get a court date. And they want you to do like pretty much the alternatives to actually having a trial, because that really costs the most money. They want you to try to figure this out before that point. That took 3 years. I didn't get a court date until 3 years later when she was 7. And then when I finally got into court to have a court date, it took 18 months of trial and proceedings and petitions and me asking for contempt and me just pretty much reporting all the things that had been happening to the judge. Totality, it was a 5.5-year process.
And throughout the case, there were just serious allegations made towards you. The findings were unsupported. Like, how did you react to those allegations when they were first made?
5.5 years is freaking insane. You know how much changes in a child's life in 5.5 years? From the age of 7? Like, those some of the most important years. That is insane.
React to how anyone that never been accused of something like that. I was furious, but I was more than helpful and wanting to be helpful to help them disprove whatever the allegations were. But I was upset, and my career, my job was affected. I mean, I lost things because of those allegations, so I was very upset.
Did you feel that the law enforcement and the courts investigated fairly?
I think that the process was done fairly. I just think it was done at a snail's pace versus if that were me doing some of those things that you read, it wouldn't have gone on that long. If I would have left my daughter in the car.
Now I have to agree with him there. I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, and this was a mother complaint, a father got arrested for leaving their daughter in the car for 8 hours while he went to the casino, and then the mom takes him to court for custody. Like, I feel like it would have been wrapped up so quick because it was the mama. But because it's the daddy, I just don't think he got the same treatment, which is crazy. But let's get back into the video.
At 4 years old, I wouldn't have custody to this day. And it's just simple as that. And as far as their investigation, the police, they're doing everything they're supposed to because there's more garnered attention now. But when this happened, they dropped the ball as well. There was no Amber Alert that went out. There was no posting of her being missing until about a week of her being missing. That's when the first "Have you seen this child?" photo went out, not when it happened.
It's disturbing to hear.
What's most disturbing is that they're in the same building as the Department of Social Services. They have the child division in the same building. So they are very familiar with the same case, the same person, and still, that's what happened.
Is this when she entered foster care?
Yeah, toward the end of the investigation, when that was concluding, she was to leave. She was in foster care for maybe 3 to 4 days, and she was scheduled to leave and move out and return back to her parent, which was me.
So she was only in foster care for 3 days. Before that, she was still with Alicia, or was she with Alicia's mother?
She might have been in foster care a little longer than that. At one point during the custody case, it gotten so bad that they restricted access from her mom completely. No more contact. You cannot visit for the time being. And so she wasn't even supposed to have contact or be around her at all. And when it was bedtime at the house, that's when, the things transpired, and a white SUV was seen standing idle in the neighborhood, a neighborhood that are single family homes. So you would know if this person doesn't belong here.
What do you know about the foster home or the foster family?
I know mom lived 5 minutes away from the actual foster house. What I know about the family, they were, it's not much of a family. It was a foster mom. And she was very friendly. I spoke to her often because I would check in on my daughter to make sure she's okay. And I never had no issues out of it. I will say that she did call me once to complain about her mother. Like, she's calling so much. She keeps coming by the house. Is there something you can do about that? And I'm like, I don't have anything to do with that. And, you might want to tell the caseworker what's going on.
So she disappeared from the foster home, correct? After the verdict that Aaliyah was to go back into your custody full time.
Yes. So I was awarded custody first, and then the allegation came out. So then they took her back out of my home and then did the investigation. Once that was over, because I already had a custody established, she was supposed to be returned back to the custodial parent's home, which was me.
Thank you for clarifying that. So let's talk about the days leading up. Like, how was she behaving? Because it seemed like a lot was going on. What seemed unusual with Aaliyah?
So during that 3-year span, they did what's called a custody evaluation. There's a court-appointed social worker that pretty much gets all the information from both parents, and they interview Aaliyah, and then they analyze the evidence to either support, refute, or provide background to whatever your claims are. So what I told the social worker was that same thing I've been saying. I don't have regular access. It's usually hit or miss, and I'm having a hard time trying to form a bond because her mom keeps trying to destroy it no matter what I try to do, or I don't get consistent time. So when she goes back home, she goes right back to being deprogrammed, or whatever the word. And then the next time I see my child, I have to, start it over again. And usually it doesn't take long to get her out of that phase, but it always happens every time it's time to go back home. And how was she behaving? Honestly, when when I would go to these visitation centers, when I would go to see her, we would talk just fine. Like, there would be no issues. And back to the custody evaluation, once the social worker made her suggestion, or her it's not a ruling, but her recommendation. When she made her recommendation,
Salute for Lovey Star for becoming a member. Thank you, Lovey. Salute for Lovey. Let's go.
She said that Alicia should not have custody of this child, and she should have visits. She should have supervised visits for the time being to allow this child to have some type of mental health treatment, some counseling, a lot of intensive therapy. And when that ruling when that recommendation came out, she told Aaliyah. And from that point, when we got back to the visitation center, she just stopped talking to me. See, and this is all documented because they have to, jot down the notes. They recognize that this did not happen until this date, and that was the date after the recommendation came out.
How far along was that before she went missing?
That was at least, I'm gonna say, a year and a half, 2 years before.
When was the last conversation you had with her?
2019 is the last time I saw my daughter. Last time I gave my daughter a hug was March 27, 2019. Her birthday is April 3rd. So I had a party set up for her. I was trying to do stuff, like just to try to lighten the load, make things easier. And her birthday was coming up, so I had a party planned for her. This was kind of be the moment where we at least start on a new foot, and she just never made it. She quote unquote vanished.
So when you got that phone call that your daughter was missing, who called you?
No one called me. My mother came to my house and told me. No one called me on the phone. No one from their family wanted to tell me because they knew I would have a reaction to it. So when I got over to their house, they were so friendly and trying to make it seem like, oh, this is just a small incident, small accident. Like this was just supposed to be blown over and, things happen. But her family never told me, not one.
And the white car, Alicia had 2 white cars at that time, didn't she?
Yeah, she had 2 white SUVs.
And the authorities didn't think anything into searching the.
Y'all are free to drop down how y'all feel about his story. Are y'all buying what he's feeling? Does it sound true? Or y'all feeling like it's just this crazy chick? Or what? What y'all feel like? Okay.
Vehicles or.
They said that because they cannot, or they can't ID the tag, or no one can ID that mom was in the car, or they saw actually Aaliyah get in the car. They said we cannot list her as a suspect, or we don't have enough probable cause. The white SUV is not enough enough itself to be in probable cause. Is their explanation to me.
Because I did read in the documents that the judge said that Aaliyah had like this deep bond with her mom. Do you believe that she just had a feeling like I can't leave my mom or my mom would be upset?
She definitely had the feeling of if I show I love my dad, my mom's going to be pissed. I don't want my mom mad at me. And anything that kind of went to referring to dad was like a punishment. So it's like, you better stop doing this, or I'm gonna send you to your father's house. Like that's a bad thing or something. And what she doesn't know is that's what I've been waiting for her to say for all day. Please bring me my daughter. I would love to, but it never gets communicated that way. It's always in a negative light. I'm always painted like I'm some.
That's kind of weird. That's weird.
Type of supervillain or predator.
Do you think she left her with someone from her past? Army, Russia, anywhere? Her background is so intense.
I mean, I'm glad that part came out about her background in the sense of now maybe the world can see that just how resourceful she can be. I'm not diverting all eyes onto her, but please now know that based on what you know about her, she is very resourceful, and I don't believe she left her with anyone. And wherever she is, definitely knows her or is in relation to her.
How difficult was it to watch Alicia just continue building her life while Aaliyah was missing? Did she ever help with searching?
She's never to this day spoken publicly about this child being missing. That's one. And how did it feel? I, on the other hand, lost everything. I went from going to jail several different 1,000 times and, losing my job, losing my car, my house, because I got fired from my job, to watch and not have my child with me to watch somebody keep flourishing through their career. I mean, it was tough to watch, but at the same time, I was so focused on trying to rebuild and get some type of foundation on my own that I really didn't have time to sulk in my own depression. I had to keep life kept going, so I had to get another job. I had to find find somewhere to live and things, and I just had to keep rebuilding more than I had to focus on whatever she was on.
And I saw you reached out to the FBI. You had 2 private detectives. What did they find?
My PIs were following her for a period of time, and they followed her all the way to North Carolina. This is how I learned about the other guy involved in his child. And from Maryland to North Carolina, I'm pretty sure you can imagine that bill, the travel, the hours put in, and every day. Like, this wasn't something from just one day. She was tailing her from Sunday to Sunday. It became too expensive, and I couldn't pay for it anymore. I couldn't afford it. What they're saying and what they know is that, this is where these children are going to school. This is where she's housed. And I was just pretty much, okay, I have a location for her. Now, keep building on my search. But she would just keep moving different states: Utah, California, Canada, now Arkansas, and now Atlanta.
Were you aware about the daughter's name? And is it spelled the same way?
I believe it's spelled the same as well. And you said, how did I find out? I talked to her father. I think I'm pretty sure he was under the impression the name was but he just referred to her as the baby. So I don't even know if he knew what her name, was actually or not, but I spoke to her father.
What do you believe the significance is to name her second daughter with the same name as her first child?
I think the significance of that, it just shows you the extent that a person will go to keep a lie going. You sacrifice one of your unborn children that's defenseless and named her the same name as my child to cover up whatever you did with my daughter.
What was the conversation like with her father?
Informative. I'm just gonna be as frank as I can. He was petrified of this woman after his experience. He had a lot. He was very established in his career, and that came up in jeopardy. She made a claim of, I think, assault or abuse or some sort of claim, and his job came up.
So she definitely has a pattern. Seems like everybody she was ever in a relationship with, some type of DV situation came up or some type of assault situation came up. So he's saying that even with the other baby daddy, that's not him, that's not Tigger, but this other little girl that has the same name as the missing little girl has had issues with her when it comes to going to jail for assault and things like that.
Under scrutiny. I'm not sure if he was terminated or not, but he did not want any involvement because he said, I can't go to jail. I can't lose what I have behind this woman. So he was trying to just stay far, far away from her as possible. I just don't have that story.
Now that brings me on to the third man in this. You did reach out to Tigger, and he also said he didn't want to be involved, but did he ever have any type of conversation with you?
He has never had any conversation with me, no.
But he's full aware of everything that's going on and that she has a missing child.
Well, if he wasn't then, he for sure is now. And I don't know how he wouldn't have been then, but that's, another story for another time. But he absolutely should know now.
What do you honestly feel like happened that day that your daughter went missing?
I feel like what was reported was exactly that happened. It's not the first time like my daughter ran away or got out of the house and, like without permission. So she knew how to leave a house. I just feel like she wouldn't have left if she didn't have somewhere to go or somebody to pick her up. That's just not my daughter. And
so when she did run away, she was running to someone that she knew.
I'll tell you a story about the first runaway. This was when we were going through the custody trial and everything, when I was granted some access to her while the trial was still going on, one of the first nights that I had her at my house for overnight, I was supposed to take her to school the next morning. Her mom sent her with a Apple Watch and like 3 phones. And when it was time to go to bed, I had no way to protect myself in the sense of mom keeps saying I do stuff. I don't know. I'm in here by myself with my daughter, and I don't have nothing to say or to like safeguard me from anything that might be said. So I bought a camera system and I put it in her room to turn it on when she went to sleep. So when she went to sleep, she got a call on her Apple Watch, and then she got a call on the phone. I gave her the phone just to make her feel comfortable.
Okay, that might be kind of weird. You didn't put some cameras up in the daughter room so you can hear her conversations with her mama then. But I mean, I guess it wouldn't be weird if you have to worry about her always putting out these baseless allegations on you. So this is crazy, y'all.
When she went to bed, somebody called on the phone. And then at that point, they was giving her instructions because she started putting on clothes. She started going through my closets to find like socks and stuff. And then someone was at the window, all on record. Somebody was at my window and they helped her out the window. Turns out it was her mom because she ordered an Uber from my house to her grandmother's house under her account. This is why I say it was staged. This is why I say, yes, she left my window, but she did not just run away. She was called and basically instructed out of my window.
So she was just really heavily under her mother's influence.
She at that time would do anything her mother told her, even if it was to my own detriment. I just think she don't want to let her, in her mind, I just don't think she want to let her mom down. And showing affection for someone that mom doesn't like was just off the table in their household, at least in her mind. So if mom don't like you or mom don't like dad, you don't like dad.
What has Alicia's mother said? Because she is someone that, she's a home that Aaliyah would go to a lot. Was she helpful in her disappearance?
I'll put it this way. Alicia's mother has never said anything either. I'm going to try to watch my words. But her, along with Alicia, made this entire process, the trial and everything, so much harder than it actually needed to be. They caused so many problems. And she lied and said that I hit her with a shovel and tried to have me arrested.
Who's your interior designer?
So wait a minute, the mama crazy too. Wait, y'all. So the mama then tried to get him arrested too, and then said that the man tried to hit her with a shovel. I know you lying. I know you fucking lying.
Does Alicia have any siblings? Like, does Aaliyah have an auntie, uncle, anybody else she can go to?
She had an uncle, Alicia's younger brother, but he passed away recently. I don't know about any other family that might still be in contact. My guess,
I don't know, y'all. We might have to look deeper into Alicia Brown, child. Now she just had a younger brother to pass away. She don't look that old, so the younger brother had to be even younger than her. So, child, what is going on?
is that they don't have any contact with their actual maternal side of the family because no one's saying anything. If I were lying, then why isn't the family coming out and saying something?
So what did the authorities tell you about the investigation? What did they find out?
I can't share everything that I know, but there, especially in the last 7 days, there is a massive amount of information that I've learned. And what they do know is that she is not with a stranger. And they don't believe that she was just abducted or randomly picked up by somebody on the side of the road. I know I'm being a bit vague there, but it's because I don't want to jeopardize their investigation. But I assure you that there's been
Okay, so we're back to that. Now we heard that in the first video, right? That the police initially thought that this wasn't a stranger abduction, that she was with somebody that she knows, that she's familiar with. Um, Either with her mom or with somebody that the mom have like keeping her. So now he's saying, because this is a recent interview, okay? So now he's saying within the last 7 days, they're telling him that they know that she's with somebody that she knows, that she's not with a stranger. But he doesn't want to jeopardize the case by saying everything that they told him.
Some some shocking developments in the last 7 days that I've learned.
What could we do? How can we help you?
I'm gathering a lot of facts, and I know I'm not going to say I feel like I'm close or I feel like I'm breaking ground, but the only thing that you would do is the same thing that you've been doing as far as telling them who to call, because the tips is what I'm gathering most of this information from, and but they're just not identifying themselves. These anonymous, but a lot of the information that they're sharing is confirmed and true,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
coming from Atlanta.
And I was just about to ask you, do you think Aaliyah is here?
I don't want to say that out loud where I think she is, but I think she is on the East Coast for sure. Yeah, I feel like this is all really ultimately unnecessary, and this is why I just don't understand a lot about it. Like there was nothing I would have stopped my daughter from doing. Like I would have if she wanted to go around the world, I would have let her. Like you didn't have to take my child, whoever, air quote.
If you could say something to Aaliyah right now, what would you say?
I would tell her, Aaliyah, I just want to be your dad again. I want to get to know who you are, the young woman you become. I've missed 7 years, and those 7 years is how you developed into the person that you are. And I wish I could have been there to every step of the way. I would have been there if I could. And I just miss you so much. I can't say how much I love you. There's not enough words, or I don't have enough time to express how how I have been without you. But just know that I miss you so much, and I just want to see my daughter again.
And as far as the authorities, they're doing their thing now.
They kind of on it now that it's getting so much attention. So they're more contacting me than they ever have. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I've gotten more calls from the law enforcement in the last week than I've had in the last 6.
Okay, let's read this comment by Sunshine. This story is so weird. She degrees in law. So I'm thinking she meant the degrees in law and legal cybersecurity. She knows the system very well, and she is able to make her beauty go a long way. I pray the child is okay. I totally agree with you, Sunshine. Um, she definitely has resources and connections. I mean, who's to say? We already found out that she knows Russian fluently. She can have the girl in Russia, for all we know. You know what I mean? Like, this is definitely a weird situation that he's missed his whole child's like upbringing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, I can't even point out anything that he said in their relationship to even make her go this far, besides being vindictive. I mean, unless she comes out with another side of the story. You know what I'm saying? It's always another side. So I'm not saying she don't have a side. I'm not saying that he didn't do anything to her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We don't know. He's the only one speaking. She hasn't said anything. She ain't even let the world know that her child was missing, okay? So that just lets me know that in her mind, the child is not missing, because she knows exactly what the child is. Now, whether she did something to that little girl or not, I don't know. But I'm thinking because all of this is getting all of this attention, like, I'm thinking we're gonna get some type of answers to how this all like plays out. Let's see what else he has to say in this video before we cut the video out.
Years.
Do you think she's in danger, being that a lot of eyes are on this?
I think she's okay. I just don't know where she's at.
Right.
I don't think she's in any immediate danger because I don't believe she's with a stranger. She's
Right.
not with somebody that just, doesn't know her. She's with somebody who is I believe, related to her. So
Please make sure you get that GoFundMe because I don't want anybody to take advantage of you during this time.
yeah, I'll actually go on the website when we end this interview. I didn't know. I was thinking about it, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do stuff too soon before I had enough details and info that I needed. I don't have legal representation. I do want to send a big thank you that I keep forgetting to do. I'm sorry, Deborah. My lawyer, Deborah Cruz, was the best attorney and is one of the best attorneys that will fight tooth and nail if she believes in you. And a lot of times I couldn't pay her and she still worked for me. So I greatly appreciate you, Deborah. And if you're looking for a family attorney that's going to go to bat for you, Deborah Cruz is who you should go to.
I really hope you all receive answers. I know I got comments on the video I did last night, and I seen some of your family up there, and it's really heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's vested. Everyone in my family is vested from the time she left. This isn't a game to us. This isn't a game to me. Like, I don't know what kind of sick joke somebody's playing, but lives have been affected tremendously and forever.
Spend a little less, sleep a little more.
I'm gonna drop the link, y'all, just to see if anybody want to hit it. I'm gonna see if he have anything else to say after this little commercial. I think that's the end of it. Oh, okay, we could cut that on out. Let me remove that. Let me make me big. Okay. So yeah, y'all, I dropped the link in case anybody want to come up and comment on this crazy situation. But yeah, like this whole little situation and scenario is weird. I don't think any of us even knew all of this was going on or that he was even married to this crazy chick. Like, first of all, I didn't know Tigger was married, let alone married to somebody crazy. Okay, so the whole little situation was mind blowing to me. When I saw the videos and I saw the interview and I heard it for myself, I was like, I got to bring it to my audience because did y'all know any of these? Because I sure the hell didn't. But yeah, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. If ain't nobody got no comments or nothing, we're gonna get the hell up off of here. I just wanted to bring this to y'all. If I get any updates about where this little girl is or what's going on with Tigger and Alicia Brown now, y'all know I definitely go live and tell y'all about it. For some reason, I don't think it's just gonna go away this time, but we can see. We're gonna see. I don't know. She is highly intelligent. She does have a lot of resources. And I think she was betting on his father running out of money because he had stated a couple times in this whole thing that he basically ran out of money trying to look for the daughter. And it don't look like her pockets is hurting at all. So I'm pretty sure she got long enough money to keep stashing this little girl, however long she want to stash this little girl. But who would have thought all this was going on, that he was married to somebody who has a missing child? Like, does Big Tigger know what the daughter is? Like, I need answers. Somebody got to know something. So this whole time you've been married to this girl, she ain't never told you about a missing daughter? Like, did you ever find out that she got two daughters by the same name? Like, was that like questionable? Like, the whole little scenario is crazy, but he probably couldn't have known what he was getting himself into before he got himself into it, child. I wonder if he found out with us. Couldn't have been. Well, her arrest was very public, but it did happen some years ago. And I'm thinking it happened, a while before she even met Big Tigger. So maybe it's possible he didn't know that she left the little girl in the car for 8 hours while she went to go gamble. But that alone would have been enough for me not to marry somebody. Okay? But yeah, y'all have a good night. If I get any information that's interesting about this subject, y'all know I'm going to go live and come and bring it to y'all. But until next time, y'all have a good night. Love y'all to pieces. I'm gone.